Right, today I'm going to go on about suffering, about how much I've suffered in the last 5 years. I mean, it started when that guy upstairs moved in. It was annoying because he was talking all night, just wouldn't stop for 2 weeks talking, him and his girlfriend, till I banged on the ceiling and he went berserk, and then it was downhill from there. But that 6 months he tore me apart, promising I wouldn't sleep, following me everywhere. I didn't realise it was working, and he was an agent. He was there to disrupt my life, either put me in a mental hospital, but just to stop me posting. But then after 6 months, it was a 4.5 year stakeout in a building right across. Now when someone lifts floorboards above you, you become very aware of where they're at, so your sensitivity increases. And you're not getting a lot of sleep anyway, so you really are on the sharp end of your wit. And during the next 4.5 years, it started with the walkie-talkies, but you become more and more sensitive that eventually I could tune in to the people across, to the point where they had to start going out in the cars when I started to transcribe them. And it's a strange ability. It's not with anyone else. I don't go around hearing everyone talking all the houses or anything. But if they're onto me, I can get straight onto them. I know which direction they are exactly, and it's more distance than you think. And that's why, today they're really super quiet. I don't want me to transcribing them. It's been cutting down and down, especially from the front end of this so-called holiday or escape or whatever you want to call it. And so, these people that think, well, these voices, they're in your head and all that. No, they're not in my head. I can walk around the building, I can hear the car go by, I can be aware of them coming down the road, see the same number plate going past as it did 3 times before in the last half hour. I know when they're there, when they go past. I know which corner they're at, I know which house they're at, I can walk around it. I know exactly where they're at, I know when they start to move. I can hear them moving around. And it's when you've been hunted for so long, it pushes that edge to you, you know what I mean? If you've been hunted, your awareness of that becomes greater, and you become aware of the wolves that are hunting you down, especially after 24/7, after a few months, and then it goes into years, and after 5 years. That's endless torture. And mixed with that, during that 4.5 years in my flat, the police were throttling my sleep. Apparently from the conversations, they said that they were trying to make me look like I was fucked up on drugs, trying to break me. And it became more and more, so it's like having something in your eye or something. You can have a finger in your eye for a while, but you can only take it for so long. And so that's why I had to get out of there. It was too much. And also I had to get my story out because of the promises of the future, of what they were planning for me. And at the first I wasn't aware of any of this, and I've picked up the jigsaw puzzle from mosaics of conversation that now are put together using Grok, which are on my X. And it shows a big picture, not only for me, but of the psytrance and the drug scene in general, and what's happening, what's unraveling in terms of setup, and the rest of it, forced things after that. But the suffering's been so much, that as soon as I hear him, I wake up. So that's the thing of when you become super, super sensitive to it. No one else. It's just if they're around, if someone's hunting you down and they're around, you wake up. And especially when you're trying to put a picture together and you hear their conversations, and well, it helps you fill out what your context is, and obviously your mind searches for security, and so it puts it together. So the suffering hasn't stopped, and it's in terms of sleep deprivation, but also then it's an enormous niggling. And I know that whenever I'm in a building, they come nearby so they can pick up the Wi-Fi. So I pick them up then, and their reactions, that's their job, that's what they do. When you're on that level of surveillance, censorship, it's really full on. There's a lot of money behind it, and they watch your every single movement. And you say, well, why do they focus on you and stuff? As I say, the police put a target on my back, and it's called a setup, and they look for any little thing that you do. It could be a facial expression, it could be anything, and they'll pick it up and they'll put it together, and stick it in the book to create a case against you. Or if you step out of line and you do drugs or something, they'll use that against you. Now there's a lot of people on the scene that have been claiming I've been on drugs and stuff, and you're not helping me. You know, you're undermining my position, and you're also giving police license to fuck me up. Because if you've been on drugs, they can put you in a mental hospital and then give you a lot of drugs because you've already been on drugs, or they can torture using 3 different drugs. This is stuff I've learned from them. They use 3 different things to torture people. Or they can mess you up with, it happens a lot, they can mess your head up with drugs, which is what they plan to do when I'm in prison or a hospital. And this is the whole thing, it's this unravelling that I want to escape. You'll see it all in the conversations that I've been gathering the last few months, and it's on X, on Saloni's side.